Yee, yee, yee. Yee, yee, yee. Hello. My name is Gatherer. This is another personal reading. On the 12th, April 12th, I wrote down the hospital meditation. And I think I read that out already. On the 13th, I wrote, I've been down for a long time. It's a circle, serpentine. Hands that feed, eyes that lie. Ooh, my mind. Let's get out, let's do it now. Dodge the bullet, walk the cow. Let's get out of crooked south today. I see angels in the sky, electric red beams, many eyes. We won't die in haunted house, not this way, not this way. That's gonna be a part in something coming up soon. Then Maundy Thursday I experienced, which is the day of Christ breaking bread with his apostles, with his friends. And this day killed me. I personally, I don't know if it was out of empathy or just like turbulent feelings in my own life, or just dealing with a lot of something, but I went through the ringer Maundy Thursday, so let's hear about that. The mandate: love one another, the new commandment. Jesus, on the eve of the Passover, breaks bread and has wine with his friends. He decides he is now like the sacramental lamb. This is my body, this is my blood. He knows he is about to die. He asks to wash the feet of all 12 apostles and does so. I hung out with Tim and scheduled an Uber to All Saints. I learned about Maundy Thursday, and I had just had a breakdown because I left my spirit jacket outside and Tim tore into it more. I cried my way into the Uber and silent, calmed down, breathed over the ride. The jacket can be fixed, and I even knew that it most likely would be, but I had forgotten something important again. I seemed to have dissociated here as my body followed steps inside the church, and I felt the service, felt everything, but couldn't make it to any thoughts. I ate and drank the Eucharist, even though I'd been told to wait 4 weeks till after baptism. We did not wash feet due to COVID guidelines. Maybe next year. I watched the undressing and the washing of the altar after the service and stayed a long time praying and crying. One lady behind me was too. I watched a giant crown of thorns lifted up. Once I made it out, my phone was about to die, and I didn't know if I'd call Uber or ask parents if they could pick me up. I did not know what I was thinking. I did not know what I was feeling. I cry and I cry on and off. Chiquita is playing lovely R&B on the ride home. I meet Marley at her house and cry again. I now know I died and was dying. Mom had shamed me about the price of Uber and I laughed after crying. Later she calls again and we fight. She says, "When are you gonna get a full-time job?" I say, "When are you?" The Divine Gardener. I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. A child's faith. I believe in God above. I believe in Jesus' love. I believe His Spirit too comes to teach me what to do. I believe that I can be true and loving Lord like Thee. That's a child's faith. We found that in an old book. I am the true vine and my Father is the gardener. He lops off every branch that doesn't produce, and those that bear fruit He prunes for even larger crops. He has already tended you by pruning you back for greater strength and usefulness by means of the commands I gave you. Saturday, August 7th, Colossians 2, 8-12. In Christ we reach full life. 8. Beware lest there shall be any one that maketh spoil of you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ. For in Him dwelleth all the fullness of the Godhead bodily. 10. And ye are complete in Him, which is the head of all principality and power. 11. In whom also ye were circumcised with the circumcision made without hands, in putting off the body of the sins of the flesh by the circumcision of Christ. 12. Buried with Him in baptism, wherein also ye were raised with Him, through faith in the working of God, who hath raised Him from the dead. I really regret saying what I said. But I also know that there's no other way that I would have said anything else in that moment. I love my mom very much. Immensely. And she's a great mom. And she's done so many amazing... She's done a lot of amazing things. It's a matter of anticipating myself of feeling misplaced, and of also other people anticipating me, needing me to be somewhere, when I can only so far be where I am till I get anywhere further. I wrote that for Easter. Because as much as I sin every day still, I do feel reborn. And I do feel loved, and I do feel forgiven. And it had to be this way. It has to be this way. 17th days left blank. I believe I've read this other reading. I believe I read this other reading, but it's relevant to this one, so I'll read it again. Today, I got to have my second breakdown in 2 days. It's the 15th. My girlfriend got to hear it. It was overspending all day cleaning my room to go outside and have to leave after seeing Tim for a short time. I spent a really long time in my room, and soon it was about to be 30 minutes to go to my job and 30 minutes of Tim being able to be outside. I got the feeling time is against me again, and that I'm broken and foolish and killing myself with 2 jobs I hate, crying and not being able to face them when Jesus faced death. I called my girlfriend and cried and screamed and kicked things and threw things. I said so many bad things about myself that I let into me from other people, and that I let become me. My girlfriend cried. I called Dad and said, I'm not going to work. I texted my manager and told her. She said, I need you here, you're the only bus person. And I didn't respond. I just kept crying. Timmy noticed how upset I was and that nothing else was working. It started to rain and Timmy looked at me and ran. And I ran with him. I took a shower. I washed his feet. I made a short video, 24 minutes. I fed him and made a meal for myself. Watched Jarvis Johnson while eating because his voice gives me comfort. Now I'm writing here. It's around 2 and I'm up at 6:30. I can do it and it will be a good day, a better day. Timmy and Marley are blessings from God. I want to know that and show them love every day. I want to show my parents love. Tomorrow I will give myself easy, warm love for no reason. I will remember the good and the best and the yet to be. I will love those I see in every little way as the day passes. And I will love them for me, because love makes me better. Love makes the day better. Love makes life better. In love, I will start demanding sleep from myself. I need it. 3 hours is not 8 hours. Take care of yourself. And on that note, I also got in a fight with Timothy today. I haven't written it down in the day, but this is not the same thing as my episode that I had of fear and of overwhelmed pushing, screaming in my brain about going to work Um, I was doing yoga this morning, and Tim bit me. He bit me like 2 or 3 or 4 times. Might not have been 4. It was probably 2 or 3. And I pushed his nose back and said, "No, you don't bite Daddy. You don't bite anybody." And I got angry. And one of the times I pushed him back onto his butt. And then one time he almost bit me, and I spanked him. Wasn't even thinking about it. I spanked him with the soft side of my hat. And that felt awful too. So I was I've had a life of loving imperfectly and performing imperfectly. But really, the only ways I've ever been able to love and perform have been attempts to be understood honestly. But that in its own self is a bit of arrogance. Because I should seek to understand more than I should seek to be understood. And that goes towards myself too. I should seek to understand myself more than I seek for other people to understand and accept my place in anything. Once that happens, we can begin to have clarity. I have been leaning on my habits lately. I have been smoking and masturbating and eating a lot. And I'm almost certain that I'm doing these things because they're an instant form of dopamine, gratification. I feel immediately better as soon as I do any, but I don't feel very strong or very mobile or very energetic. I just feel kind of, I feel older than I am a little right now. And I want to stretch out of this feeling and into a feeling of looseness. I was like doing a job yesterday. I was doing a job and I was doing an edger. And I was nervous because it's been a while since I used an edger, and I was really tense, and I was holding it really tense. And more than one person on the job came up to me and was like, "Hey man, relax. It's okay, let the tool do the work for you." And that's what I'm trying to do. Alright, and the tool being my body, being my mind. I'm trying to let the tool do the work and decide the things I need to do in a very direct way. Today, I think it was called the Pomodoro technique. I'm not sure, but it was. I used a technique to do things throughout the day. And I managed to get half a Bible study done, and do my yoga, and get food for Tim, and eat. But the Bible study took a while. I kept getting distracted and I had to keep coming back to it. And yoga obviously had the interruption of a fight with Tim, which kind of takes away part of the point of what yoga is for. So, this has been an update. Thank you.